So I have two testimonies. So I've told some of you guys already that I was supposed to have cataract surgery on my right eye. But I did it on my left. I have 20/20, which is just wonderful. But I went in twice. I had to cancel it twice for different reasons. So I went in for my pre-op. Now I've been on these products for over a year, and one of them is the carotenoids in there, right, Stephanie? And the carotenoids are helpful for the eye. So I went in for my pre-op, and the doctor said, I don't know what you're doing. You just passed the test without glasses that you would have to take at the DMV. And I don't think you need it. If you want, I'll do it, but I can't guarantee it'll be better than what you have. So I'm not getting my thing. So I don't know. I said, could it be from the carotenoids? Maybe. But like you said, yours went. And then the other one is our organic skincare. So, I've been using, I go to Ulta and stuff like that, but I thought, I had these three little bumps on right here. I still have one left. And I thought, when I watched the video that Stephanie showed us about how it actually makes the pH on your skin better. And I thought, why not? I'm going to buy from my own store. Why would I go buy somewhere else and profit them? I'm going to buy from my own store. And I did. And it didn't happen right away, but I was on it like over a month. And I looked in the mirror, two of the bumps are gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
I'm still using it. I'm going to stick with it because I'd rather do this and spend less money than I would if I got Lanier, which is
Yeah.
$400 for a little jar. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's a testimony I have.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you. If there's anybody else, let me know, but I don't want to make anybody put on the spot or uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
let's see. I'm just trying to see who's in here.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. I guess I can share a testimony a little bit. With what I already told you, how I started taking all the vitamin supplements for
Yeah.
what's it called again? Pro
Vitality.
Vitality. Because I think I had an imbalance of hormones, and and I didn't realize when I talked to you guys and I was talking to that guy. What's his name again? The
Dr. Jim
nutritionist guy.
McAfee.
And he held this. Yeah. And so I know that ever since I can remember, you guys, maybe when I started my period, I've always had issues with PMS and getting depression, but it started to get worse after I had kids and I went into my 40s, and I was getting more extreme like depression right before I'd have my period, or anxiety. It was like really bad, and I would go to the doctors for help and they would prescribe me a birth control pill. And I'm like, okay, that's not gonna help. And since I was young, I always battled with it. And so I just thought I'm never gonna overcome this stuff. And then I started taking the vitamins, and I noticed for the first time I didn't have any symptoms at all, and I didn't even know, like, my period came, and I wasn't prepared. Usually I see the symptoms coming and then I'm prepared, and I didn't have any at all.
I
And
love
I was
that.
like, whoa. Like
Wow.
that. Yeah. So but I'm pretty sensitive to food and all that stuff too. I've always been. And so I think I think it's really helping me. Yeah. So
Awesome. Well,
anyway,
thanks for sharing. I
yeah.
love seeing your beautiful face. I'm so happy you joined us today.
Yeah, it's really interesting what you're talking about. And I'm gonna have to go back and listen again to what you had to say. There's a lot of
Yeah,
information, but
I
yeah.
know. It
Okay.
was. I know. And I only talked about like 5 products. Um, yeah, so we also have a variety of other supplements to add on, right? So if you're deficient in anything, it's a really good idea to get tested. You have blood work done and just see if you have any
Mhm.
deficiencies, because if you do, there's ways that we can just supplement and get that, back to normal. I just did my blood work like 3 weeks ago, and I went to a naturopath doctor because she's the only one that would do like the full spectrum of everything. And she just went over her results, my results with me. And she was like, your numbers look better than mine. And she's younger than me, mind you. And she's a
Ooh.
naturopath doctor. And she goes, I've never seen anybody like this on, like everything's within range. And so she was kind of like, I don't really have a whole lot of advice, but maybe you could just, and she, said a few things about like digestion. Now, my biggest problem is I have little kids, so I eat really fast. I don't always chew my food very well. She's like, you could add more enzymes and just do a little gut work. And I'm like, okay. But it wasn't anything like bad. It was just like, I can see that you're not really chewing your food all that well.
Well, I know Jim, am I muted?
You're unmuted, yeah.
So Jim said that we should always get our vitamin D checked
Mhm.
during the fall and winter because we're not in the sun as much.
Yeah.
So, so there's certain numbers that it should be. And it's always good to take a vitamin D thing, Stephanie, could you also touch on the 3 different ways if somebody did want to try the products that they give you 90 days to try them
Mhm.
out? And if you don't feel like you're sleeping better, more energy, you get a complete refund. But what are the 3 different ways that somebody could purchase if they wanted to try these?
Sure. Yeah, there's 3 different ways. So like you just said, you can buy it full retail, which I don't recommend, but you can. And you can just go on whoever invited you to this meeting. They have a website and they can share that with you. And you can pay full price, or you can sign up as a member. Now, to sign up as a member, it's completely free and there's no cost. The company does not spam you. We have been in business since 1958. We have never had a recall. We have never had a scandal. We are in over 50 countries. We don't believe in being obnoxious. We believe in having high quality products and amazing community and service. So we're not going to spam you, but you can become a member. You can get 10% off right off the bat. You can actually, as a member, you can do an auto ship, and that can get you 15% off, I believe. Or is it 20? It's either
No,
15
I
or
think
20.
it's 20%
I
off
think,
if you do auto ship.
yeah, you're right. So it's 20% off, you discount. Now I'll tell you something else, because this is not my first or only network marketing business that I've been a part of. Most of these companies force you to call them to cancel or even postpone your auto ship because they make it harder and that way you keep paying them, right? This company has one button. You just log in and you can either edit or you can cancel it, and there's no question asked. But let me say, when you have it on auto ship for 6 months as a member,
Yeah.
you get your shipping cost reimbursed in product after the 6 months if you have a 6-month consecutive auto ship. So you get some free product as a bonus to that. And the other thing is, let's say you love your Pro Vitality. We just heard from Nori. She's loving her Pro Vitality. If she tells her mom, her sister, and her cousin about Pro Vitality and they all order it on an auto ship, she gets hers for free. Okay, so that's one other perk to doing that. Now, the other way is to become a promoter. So being a promoter means you pay one time because you're getting a business. So you get a full business, you get a website, you have, all these tools and resources and people to support you build a business. If you want, you don't have to, nobody pushes you, it's your own business. You got to be kind of self-motivated. But that's a one-time $75 fee. I paid that in, for me, I paid that in 2001. Haven't paid it again. So it's one time and for life. And then the company, so you automatically get 25% off of all of your products. And the company will give you bonuses based on either your own purchases or your sales. So that if you ever want more information about how you get bonused or what that structure looks like, I'm happy to share that in a different meeting.
Wonderful. I love the ethics of this company. That is really, because this is not my first rodeo either. And I just tell you, this, the ethics of our company, the integrity of our company, their refund thing, you know, they do that because, and they don't give you 30 days, they give you 90 days, 3 whole months. Well, I think because the salmon oil or the fish oil, the omega-3, it says that you'll have that 68% less inflammation after 6 weeks. So they want you to be on that. And boy, I just got a call this morning from Sheila. She was on earlier. I don't think she's on. Her husband has really bad arthritis. It's in his spine. Anyway, he ran out. He's going over to pick it up from Maryland because he goes, that stuff really works. And I mean, look at you with your endometriosis. You said that really, what do you do when you have your endometriosis?
Yeah, so I had, I've been diagnosed because I had appendicitis a long time ago, which was like a complete God thing. So I was married before, and in my first marriage, I think that God gave me endometriosis so that I could not get pregnant. So I had scar
Mm.
tissue that completely covered my fallopian tubes and my ovaries, like all over. So I could not have a baby, which I'm thankful for now. Didn't know at the time, right? And when I first met my new husband, um, I had to have an emergency appendectomy, and they discovered all the scar tissue in there because they were already surgically in there. Now, I didn't know. I thought I just had a really painful monthly cycle, super painful. But it turned out it was endometriosis, which is an inflammatory disease. And they cleaned it all out. So I was able to have babies, which was such a blessing. I'm so thankful. Now I have 3 incredible babies. And I discovered that if I take a high dose of our fish oil, which I can do because it's safe from contaminants, I can be without pain in 15 minutes. And I wasn't taking it every day. I started doing 3 a day, which is what it says on the bottle. And I don't even have a flare up and don't need the big dose. So I can do it either way. If I have a flare up, I could take a bunch, eight pills. Within 15 minutes, my pain's gone. Or I could take 3 a day every day, just on a regimen, and I don't get a flare up at all. So,
I know Angela had pain in her knee, and you know Cindy that does the masseuse, she's amazing. And she would touch her knee, ow, ow, ow. And then she talked to you and she started increasing the omega-3. She did 3. And she said, you said if you still feel pain, do one more the next day. Within a couple of weeks, she was massaging her, and Angela went, wait a minute, my knee doesn't hurt anymore. That is what made me get on the salmon oil, on the omega-3.
yeah.
When I heard her story, I thought, well, I got some arthritis, you know, and it's really helpful. Oh, that's another one that I just, you know, I said a couple of things, but I have to tell you, I am so faithful because, you know, I'm old, but I'm way too young to be this old. My friends hear that all the time, but it's true, you know, we're as old as we are in our head, too. I know people younger than me that are old already. But anyway, one of the things that I take faithfully is full motion. That is so helpful for arthritis, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a glucosamine supplement, and it does work.
It does.
Um, I've heard Marilyn say that she's known people. She has some incredible stories of people she's worked with being in the business for over 40 years, but she's known people that had severe arthritis and cartilage was rebuilt. And I also,
Wow.
yeah, I dropped a TV on my foot. So I have arthritis because my bone moved. So my joints, right there, my bones rubbed together, which is arthritis. And I take it and it feels like there's a little cushion every time I take it. If I don't take it, I have a lot of pain.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it really works. That's what I love. I'm sitting here thinking about it and I'm like, I can't live without this. I can't live without this. I can't live without this. There's
Yeah.
so many things. Like if I skip for, there's been a few times. Marilyn said full motion's helping me also for my knees. I love that.
Great.
There's been so many times where I've skipped just because I'm busy or my routine got messed up or whatever. And I'm like, why do I feel achy? Why am I so tired? What all these things? And then I'm like, oh, it's been allergies. That was one a few weeks ago. I thought I was sick. And so I have my daughter who's 9 years old to fill up my little vitamin cups. And, and she just does what I have, and I have a box, and I go, okay, here, do 3 of these and 2 of these and 1 of the, all that. Well, I left out my vitamin A. I've been taking vitamin A religiously since 2005, and I never have allergies. Well, I didn't realize, but I had taken my bottle out to share with somebody who had allergies at my house. And it wasn't you, Mary, it was someone else. But I didn't put it back in. So for 3 weeks, I didn't take vitamin A. And I go, why am my nose is running? Why do I feel so sick? I right away took some vitamin A when I realized, because I looked in my box and I go, wait, there's no vitamin A. I took some right then and there. 15 minutes later, my allergies were gone, and it was gone.
My, wow.
Gone. Like I just started taking it every day and it didn't come back. And I'm like, wow, it really works. Sometimes when you're on something and you don't have problems for a long time, which I've been on these products for so long, you don't always notice that, you know, if you don't have it, you're gonna feel different, right?
Yeah. So what's in the full motion?
I don't have it in front of me. I don't remember all it's glucosamine.
Yeah.
It has a blend.
Look for mine.
It also
Here it is.
has
I found
some,
mine. If I can, let's see.
oh,
Glucosamine, silica from bamboo extract, proprietary. Well, it's all, proprietary stuff. They're good. They're good.
let me look it up. Hang on. I can look it up. We can
We
keep
have
talking.
found the fountain of health and maybe the fountain of youth.
Yeah, absolutely. I
I'm excited.
definitely.
I'm excited, but I get excited very quickly. But this is controlled excitement this time.
Who is that? Is that Brenda? Let me
She
look. I'm
said,
gonna look up full motion. Hang on.
okay. While you're doing that, can I ask you for a favor, Stephanie?
Yeah.
When you started recording, and I want to share this recording, Louise, can you do a quick synopsis of what you just shared? Because you were the only one that we did. She wasn't recording when you were talking, and now we got everybody else's. Can you unmute? Okay, can you unmute her just really quick?
I'm
Short,
unmuted. I'm
the
unmuted.
short version.
The short version? Is
No,
there a
just
short version?
I
I,
love you.
I don't
Too.
I don't know.
I love Louise.
Just said that I had GERD for 30 years, really bad. I was taking omeprazole for it every day to keep it at bay. But then I talked to Jim McAfee and I tried the aloe vera juice, and within about 4 to 6 weeks I had no more GERD.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome. Okay. This has zinc, glucosamine,
Oh,
um, silica from bamboo extract, and then boron as boron citrate, and then their proprietary stuff is Boswellia serrata, extract bromelain from pineapple stems, white
oh.
willow bark extract. Those are the main ingredients.
What is in the sports one? I have 2 bottles of it.
The sports, protein or what?
The vitamins.
The sports pack?
Hold on. Let me just.
Is that the one for the bones?
Well, that's what I'm going to look at because I have 2 bottles of it, and I'm not taking it because I don't remember what it was for. I know it sounds idiotic. Oh, it's Neolife Sport Endurance.
Oh, endurance.
Yeah.
Endurance is good for, it's what that is it's desiccated beef liver
Yeah.
and vitamin C. So it increases your iron. Were you anemic?
Oh, I must have been anemic. I know I was anemic when I got it when I was in the hospital in January. So
Yeah, so a
yeah.
quick little testimony on that for me is my
Yeah.
son, my son struggles to eat anything I put on his plate if it's healthy. And he had to go to the doctor for a well check visit, and they said he was anemic. So a normal range is 12, is like the low level, 12 and up for iron levels. And he was at 7.5. And she goes, we're gonna have to supplement. And she was gonna write a prescription for a supplement. And I said, well, I have a vitamin company. Can I use mine? And she says, yeah, but I'm only gonna give you 2 weeks. And if I don't see improvement, I'm gonna make you put him on mine. And I said, okay. So I gave him a half a dose. So the bottle says take 2 a day. I gave him 1 a day. Then I had to go back in 2 weeks and get his blood tested again. And at that 2 week mark, his number was 11.5. He did not change his diet at all. He eats garbage. I'm sorry to say, I hate that. It is what it is. Anyway, she goes, you're on the right track. Whatever you're doing is working. Don't stop.
Oh.
And so I started giving him 2 since he was still under. And now he's just on consistently 2 a day because he doesn't really eat anything with iron. He won't eat beans or meat, hardly, nothing. So, yeah, it works. That's the beauty of it. And so vitamin C makes iron more bioavailable.
You know, Angela's kids wouldn't eat vegetables.
Uh-huh.
You know what she did? She made this chicken soup and then she blended it and it was in there and they didn't know it.
He won't drink that. I've
Um,
tried it all.
all
I've tried
right.
it all.
Oh my goodness. Well, this has just been wonderful, Stephanie. Thank you for recording it.
You're welcome.
I had a number of people that are very interested, but they couldn't make it to the Zoom. And so I said, well, let me know if you want the recording, and they do. So I appreciate you recording all of this.
No problem. I'll stop the recording now.